to start out going asking about all of the collaborations that you do, because your shop is definitely known for doing the collabs. So what sparked that idea? Is that something that you knew that you always wanted to do, was collaborating with others?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you asked about it. We're expecting a box of magazines tomorrow. Shout out to Skin and Ink magazine. I write articles for them. And tomorrow we're getting a box. There's a new 8-page feature on collaboration. And I was fortunate enough to interview some of my heroes in collaboration, like Paul Booth, who began that with Philip Liu and Guy Aitchison back when I was a young tattooer.
Okay.
Tattoo Earth, I was there. I watched it, but I wasn't involved because I was just a dumb kid doing flash tattoos back then. Right. And those guys, Yamako, the Rat Pack, Danny Elliott, I'm interviewing too. Like part 2 I'm working on now, which will be coming out, I guess, spring of 2021. Hopefully a better year for everyone. But yeah, I was really into collaboration early on. I still am. In fact, I'm in the middle of a 6-day marathon right now, doing a collaboration marathon with Crush Captain from Florida. He's down Miami way. Okay. He's here now. And we just finished a 3-day piece yesterday. So the way this all started was when we first opened All or Nothing, I knew that collaboration was the future. I knew that it's like steroids. It's like if you're already really proficient at tattooing, you plateau, it's a way to get to the next level quickly. You're both teaching and learning simultaneously. You're right. Out of your comfort zone, you're using machines.
So it's like steel sharpening steel.
Yes, it is. It's like for tattoo artists. It's difficult. I mean, it's different. You basically two artists have to become one mind, and you become one artist, and you produce one cohesive piece of art together. It's challenging, and it's at times frustrating, but it's vital, and it has opened a lot of doors. The first thing I did when I opened All or Nothing Tattoo was I got my back done collaboratively. I spent all my money on the floors and the ceilings, and what I had left over, I flew to Connecticut and I got my back piece done by Eric Merrill and Joe Capabianco. So I've been through it. I understand it, and came back, and we've been collaborating ever since. That was 20 years ago, and I'm again tomorrow. Like, we still do them every day. It's awesome. Steroids.
And I was going to ask you, like, well, you kind of spoke on the pros of, I was asking you the pros and cons of all of the collaborations. You kind of spoke on the pros of it, you know. You ever had any bad situation? You don't have to say, you know, anybody names or anything, but any time where it didn't quite go as it was expected?
Yes. I wouldn't say bad, though. Sometimes there's pitfalls. For example, if somebody, it's interesting. Tattooers will understand this. With 2 people tattooing at the same time, it's not just the wiping that moves the body part, it's also releasing. So as I release to get ink and come back in, if I release, the whole body part moves. So gotcha. I have a couple people that are a little brutal on the client's leg or arm or whatever. And when they grab it, it moves, and when they release it, it moves. So I'm like, whoa, hold on, man. I'm fucking. And that happened with Crush Captain at first. I was his first collaboration. He's an incredible artist. He does anime stuff. Definitely, for all your followers, you should check out Crush Captain. All right. But yeah, he's a big muscle guy, you know, and he's a little brutal. So it was like tattooing in a moving van over some speed bumps. But I mean, it came out great, and you just have to adjust. Another pitfall would be that you are oftentimes very diverse artists, which is a good thing. Like Crush Captain, for example, that does anime exclusively. That doesn't mean he can't do other styles. It just means that's what he's known for and specializes in. Right. So for him, it was out of his comfort zone. The piece we just finished yesterday, posted it on my page. Check it out. not anime. We're doing anime the next couple days. I actually have the designs right behind me right now. But it's good to get someone out of their comfort zone, and he did more of like a surrealism kind of thing. Now, his color saturation is off the charts, so it was a relatively easy transition, but during the creation of the piece, there was definitely some of this happening where he's like, I don't know about that, like, fuck that. And I'm like, no, it'll be cool. There is, I mean, you know, it's a journey to get to the promised land, but what you end up with is a piece of art that I wouldn't have done by myself and that he wouldn't have done himself. So the client receives an exponentially unique tattoo that no one else on earth will have anything like. And the clients, I think, are fascinating. The people that, like the guy who was just here, came to us from Tennessee, I think. He's a military intelligence officer, really sharp guy. Okay. And he got tattooed 3 days in a row, like it was nothing. And ended up so happy and so stoked. He's coming back to get the other side of his leg done in March. So it's a good, yeah, it's unique. Yeah.